we all know David Gilmour is different. In this video, I'm going to explain what I learned from playing and teaching David Gilmour over the years, and why you should definitely learn at least one or two not so famous David Gilmour guitar solo. I guarantee you, you will exponentially get better at guitar, and not just David Gilmour style. Alright, I'm gonna cut the bullshit. I mean, you guys know me, I don't like the bullshit. I'm just gonna go straight to number one. Fast playing is overrated as f. I can't believe people are playing fast notes up and down the neck and bragging about it. I'm not talking about a guitar solo like Crazy Train or Fade to Black or something like that. No, I'm talking about that, those kinds of shreds. Sounds absolutely garbage, but of course it's my opinion. I mean, who am I to judge anyone's? You can just play whatever you want. But almost everyone will love that, I mean, even recent one, Black Cat from David Gilmour. There are literally a few notes here and there, and it's just perfect. Sets the mood very good. More than 95% of people would prefer Marooned or Cluster 1 or 5 AM over those noisy, gainy shreds. And if you want to learn those songs, just head over to my Patreon. Number 2, On the Turning Away is a masterpiece in terms of David Gilmour style. And I think On an Island, Gdansk version especially, is second to this one. Watch this video if you think otherwise, because I'm explaining why these two and two more are the best songs to practice David Gilmour style. But On the Turning Away, and especially that live 4-5 minute guitar solo, is a masterpiece. It's got bends, tapping to tremolo tricks, going up and down the scale, I mean, pausing, playing according to tempo. It's got everything. I don't know if you guys listen to any bootlegs. I really love listening to bootlegs, especially the crappy audio ones. But the ones around mid-90s for the Pulse Tour, I'm talking about Pasadena, Ames, I don't know if that's how you pronounce, the Veterans Stadium. Those are absolutely goldmine. David Gilmour is playing some of the best licks there is. So I highly recommend you learn how to play On the Turning Away, the live one especially, from start to finish, but learn good. I mean, you gotta practice it over 100 times maybe. You gotta work on it again and again until you hear no difference between your version and how David Gilmour played. You can learn the full solo at my Patreon with deep dive analysis. And while we're on the subject, let's talk about how you can learn almost any Pink Floyd and David Gilmour song. Live ones, bootlegs, rare ones, studio ones. We're finishing album by album, every song. Hundreds and hundreds of people are already there learning everything with tabs, backing tracks, and specific tone guides that are designed for you with alternative pedals too. And we have the best guitar community on the web. The best, I tell you. Links are below or on cards or something like that. I mean, I'm sure you can find it. Number 3, nothing beats playing Echoes, because it's extremely fun to play with the late great, the genius Rick Wrights. My favorite is Gdansk version and 1975 LA bootleg one. I really love that tone too. What I mean by Nothing Beats Echoes is that it's a very humbling song. It's very long with lots and lots of different parts. I mean, you're playing soft guitar intro at the beginning. And then there's you gotta play this amazing lick. And then there's this ripping guitar solo, and with the oh my god funky solo is just perfect. Then there is a build up, and there's arpeggio thing. And then there's this very calming, very peaceful outro, especially the Gdansk version is perfect. It's a very long and very hard song to play. I mean, not with my tutorials too, obviously. But it's very easy to improvise and, I mean, get lost in the mix too when you're playing, especially the funky part. It's arguably the best piece of music ever created, in my opinion. Just, I mean, learn it, love it, play it. Number 4, once you get used to playing David Gilmour a little bit, it gets very easy after that. I remember Gilmour released his first single in 10 years or so, The Piper's Call, but it just took me a few hours to do tutorial. Yes, a tutorial because I knew how to play the guitar solo in an hour or so, and so did everyone at my Patreon. Same goes for the other singles too, Between Two Points, Dark and Velvet Nights. I think I know how David Gilmour thinks, and I mean my fingers do too, so I mean it wasn't that hard for me. You'll see, mark my words, I'll be the guy who does tutorial and tabs and covers and backtrack in an hour on the next release, but I just live to serve. So once you learn about 10-20 David Gilmour guitar solos, which sounds like a big deal, but it's actually not, especially with my tutorials and everything. But, I mean, after that it gets very easy, I assure you. Number 5, Gilmour doesn't care much. I realized this especially when I was at the front row of Rome show. I always knew this, but I witnessed it that day. He just doesn't care, I mean, nobody is there when he's playing. Into his mind, in my opinion. Because he has that face, I mean, what are we gonna do with the monthly taxes and everything? I mean, he's not there to entertain you. I mean, you just get entertained. He's just picking a few notes here and there, and it's just, I mean, it feels amazing. So the point is, the age-old saying, I mean, don't pretend, just do what you like. Number 6, pedals, or the effects, are the most important part of any guitar tone. I really don't believe this tone is in the fingers bullshit. Sometimes I see comments like, I mean, you forgot the most important 2 things, his hands. But what the hell does that even mean? In my opinion, it's some bullshit that people want to believe because they don't want to work on their tone just a little bit more. It's not because of Gilmour that we love all those guitar tones. He's just using guitar pedals like you and me. But he's an expert on tone. And of course, another trick is mixing, and I can assure you, all of us, including me, we have guitar too loud. That's the problem most of the times. You gotta sit in the mix, not beat keys or bass or anything, you know? Back to pedals. So, I mean, let's pretend tone is in the fingers. What if David Gilmour used distortion for, let's say, breathe? Is that gonna sound good? Of course not. As always, he's gonna use a univibe, delay, and maybe compressor, and then maybe a little bit drive. I mean, that's the tone. Of course, my opinion changed a little bit about this once I realized the picking style was important. I mean, when you pick hard or when you pick soft, it tends to come different. That's for sure. But it's not Gilmour's thing. You know, when you pick hard, it's gonna sound a little more powerful. And if you pick soft, like, let's say Mark Knopfler or something like that, it's gonna come a little softer. Maybe for distortions, you gotta pick hard, or else when you pick soft with distortion, it sounds a little fizzy sometimes. But the tone is not in the fingers. Everybody can get better tones better than yesterday. I mean, everybody can do this, especially if you're a patron of mine. I'm not claiming my covers are 100% nailed down for the tone, but I mean, I think, in my opinion, I have some of the best tones on the web, especially on my covers. And oh my god, you would never believe the guitar volume I have. It's lower than me talking right now, I swear. If you don't believe me, watch any of my tone guide on my Patreon. You will see how low my guitar volume is on my amp. Finally, number 7. This may come across as a little opinionated, but that's not my intention. Roger Waters deserves a lot more credit. You may not agree, but an album like Dark Side of the Moon, Wish You Were Here, Animals, or Metal, or The Wall, they don't come around much. And Gilmour's playing style is very different when he's playing on a Pink Floyd record and his solo albums. You don't hear a guitar solo like Pigs or Dogs especially, or an outro like Sheep on his solo records, and you don't hear that, let's say, This Heaven or Take a Breath type guitar solos on any Pink Floyd records. My pronunciation is terrible. Don't get me wrong, my jam is generally Luck and Strange, the title track, of course, Murder 1984, or On an Island, or Then I Close My Eyes. But nobody can deny that Dog's solos, all solos, are some of the best ever. That is because of Roger, in my opinion. I think Roger Waters was behind the success of Pink Floyd at least as much as David Gilmour. I love Gilmour's solo work better than Roger's or Rick Wright's too, for that matter. And I listen to them constantly, except for About Face, which is a little gay for my taste, but they're definitely no Pink Floyd. The reason I'm bringing this up is that in today's world, people really love to divide themselves to one side or the other. Whether it's right or left, this is not, I mean, this is no politics talking, right or left, or this is Gilmour or Waters, or even pizza and hamburgers. You don't have to be on one side. I mean, you can just enjoy both of them. We need left as much as, I mean, this is no politics talking, right? You need Roger as much as Gilmour to balance influenced that album. You need Roger Waters for that Shine On You Crazy Diamond, or Comfortably Numb, or let's say sheep, dogs, pigs, things like that. Anyway, you may think Roger is a little bit boring with his politics and everything. I'm not interested in politics, but he was the guy. He built the wall. I mean, the animals was his idea. You know, he wrote Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Well, mostly. In an interview, even Rick Wright himself admitted that building the wall on a stage was, I mean, this is madness.
And when he said he wanted to build a wall across the audience, I thought this is absolutely insane. But he was right, and I was wrong.
But Roger did it. You might skip the Comfortable Numb guitar solo on the wall, but what makes Comfortable Numb guitar solo great was the idea of the wall, okay? I think Roger deserves more credit. And I think you should release those 1975, 1977 live albums. I mean, for fuck's sake, we've been waiting for years and years. Alright friends, these were the 7 lessons I learned playing and teaching David Gilmour over the years. I want to finish this video by saying, please, for the love of God, learn On No Turning Away live version. And On an Island, Gdansk version, preferably, if you're serious about David Gilmour technique. I don't care if you join my Patreon or not, but you have to learn these two, if you can. Both are at my Patreon from start to finish, with tabs and backing tracks and everything. But if you don't like me for a reason, which is of course totally understandable, just learn from somewhere else if you can find. If you're interested, start with this video. I'm giving you 4 songs: Shine On You Crazy Diamond, Have a Cigar, On the Turning Away, and On an Island. You need to master those techniques first to get into David Gilmour style. I guarantee you it'll be useful. And watch this video to see my ultimate David Gilmour pedal board that I get every David Gilmour tone ever. My Patreon is here somewhere. I mean, I know you'll enjoy all of these. I'll see you in one of them.